What happens after we die? Is there life beyond the grave, or do we simply cease to exist? It's a question that has puzzled humanity for centuries. Today on The Hidden Truths, we explore the mysterious realm of the afterlife. Could near-death experiences offer a glimpse into what lies beyond? Do religious teachings hold the key to understanding our fate? And what does science have to say about these enigmatic experiences? Stay with us as we unravel the secrets of what might lie beyond. Imagine you're on the brink of death. Your heart stops, and suddenly you're surrounded by an inexplicable light. What does it mean? Is it a gateway to another dimension, or just a trick of the brain? Dr. Eben Alexander, a neurosurgeon, experienced just that in 2008. After falling into a coma due to a severe brain infection, he awoke with a story that defies scientific explanation. He described a journey to a place of magnificent beauty, encountering a divine presence, and feeling an all-encompassing love. Was this a glimpse of heaven, or something else entirely? There's another story of Anita Morjani who faced terminal cancer and found herself at death's door. In that moment, she felt herself leave her body and enter a realm of clarity and understanding. Miraculously, she returned, free of cancer. What did she see? What did she learn from the other side? Religions around the world offer their own answers to the question of what happens after death. But are they all describing the same destination, seen through different lenses? In Christianity, the afterlife is often depicted as heaven or hell. But what if these are just metaphors for something more complex? The Bible speaks of an eternal life with God for believers, but could this be an allegory for a state of being beyond our understanding? Islam teaches about paradise and hell, where individuals are judged by Allah and sent to either based on their deeds. But what do these realms really represent? Are they physical places or states of consciousness that reflect our spiritual journey? Hinduism speaks of reincarnation, where the soul is reborn in a new body. This cycle continues until one achieves moksha, or liberation. Could the cycle of rebirths be a clue to understanding our existence? What lessons do we carry from one life to the next? Buddhism also embraces reincarnation, with a focus on achieving nirvana, a state of perfect peace and freedom from the cycle of birth and rebirth. Is this state of perfect peace the ultimate goal of our spiritual journey? In ancient Egyptian religion, the afterlife was a well-detailed journey, including passing through various trials and judgment by Osiris. The soul, or Ka, had to be worthy to reach the field of reeds, a paradise. How do these ancient beliefs compare to modern experiences and interpretations? What does science have to say about these experiences? Are NDEs or near-death experiences merely the result of brain chemistry and a lack of oxygen? Or is there something more profound at play? Endorphins and other neurochemicals might explain the sensations of peace and light. Dr. Raymond Moody, a pioneer in NDE research, suggests that these experiences might reveal an aspect of human consciousness that is not yet understood by science. But why do these experiences feel so real and consistent across different cultures and religions? Studies have shown that during an NDE, brain activity does not cease completely. Researchers like Dr. Sam Parnia have conducted experiments to understand the brain's activity at the time of death. Findings suggest that the brain remains active for a short period after the heart stops. Could this explain the vivid experiences reported by those who have had NDEs? Some scientists theorize that NDEs could be a form of lucid dreaming, a final attempt by the brain to make sense of its own shutdown. Others believe that the experiences might be a form of quantum consciousness, where our awareness taps into a universal field. Could the answers to these experiences lie in the very fabric of the universe? Philosophers have long debated the nature of life and death. Existentialists like Jean-Paul Sartre see death as the end, while Plato believed in the immortality of the soul. Could our consciousness really transcend death, or is it a final curtain call? The German philosopher Martin Heidegger saw death as the ultimate reality, one that gives meaning to life. His existential perspective challenges us to live authentically in the face of our mortality. Are we living fully, knowing that our time is finite? René Descartes famously posited, cogito, ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. He believed in the separation of mind and body, suggesting that consciousness could exist independently of the physical form. Does this imply that our minds could survive bodily death? The ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus argued that death is nothing to fear because we will not experience it. He claimed that when we die, we simply cease to exist, and therefore, we should not concern ourselves with it. Does this perspective provide a comforting or unsettling view of our ultimate fate? Despite the differences, common themes emerge: light, peace, and a sense of continuity. Are these universal experiences a clue to the true nature of the afterlife? Could there be a common truth that ties together all these diverse beliefs and experiences? Consider the story of Pam Reynolds, a singer who underwent a rare surgical procedure that required her to be clinically dead for a short period. She described detailed observations of the operating room and conversations she couldn't have possibly heard. Her account has baffled scientists and added to the mystery of NDEs. Or the case of Don Piper, who was pronounced dead after a car accident but came back to life 90 minutes later, claiming to have visited heaven. His story has inspired millions, but also raised many questions. Are these accounts proof of an afterlife, or are they simply extraordinary examples of the human mind's resilience? Throughout history, cultures have developed their own beliefs about death and the afterlife. The ancient Greeks believed in Hades, a shadowy underworld where souls resided. The Vikings spoke of Valhalla, a hall of the slain where warriors feasted and fought eternally. The Aztecs envisioned an afterlife journey through 9 levels of challenges. How do these ancient beliefs compare to modern experiences and interpretations? Different cultures also have unique rituals and practices surrounding death. In Mexico, the Day of the Dead celebrates and honors deceased loved ones, blending indigenous and Catholic traditions. Tibetan Buddhists perform sky burials, where the body is offered to birds, symbolizing the impermanence of life. How do these practices reflect the beliefs and values of each culture? So, what happens after we die? The answer remains one of the greatest mysteries of our existence. Near-death experiences, religious teachings, scientific theories, and philosophical debates all offer pieces of the puzzle. Will we ever find the complete picture? Join us next time on The Hidden Truths as we explore more enigmatic topics. Until then, stay curious and keep seeking the hidden truths.